Hey guys, welcome to our show. My name's Savannah. I'm a life coach, a birth doula. I'm doing a lot of other stuff too that isn't exactly official yet. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm doing a lot of shit and I'm just kind of following my passions and seeing where it all leads because somebody has to do something, and I guess I'm the one that needs to do that.
And hi, I'm April, and I am none of those things. I am a slob and I am lazy, but I'm trying to better my life one day at a time.
We don't really know what the name of our podcast is yet, but our tagline is bettering ourselves to better the world, because that's what we're here to do. That's kind of the only thing either of us knows that we're doing, is that we're trying our best to be our best because we see all of the terrible things that are going on around in the world and all of the ridiculous ways that people act and what they do, and just simple stuff like littering, or I can't believe people still litter. That's
I know.
insane. And that's the only thing I have at the moment. But people do some crazy stuff, and somebody out here has to lead by example. And we're already hyper educating ourselves
Yes.
and learning. All either of us do is read, really, and research things and look into things and try things. And so we just thought that we would start a podcast so that we could share these things with you in case you wanted to better yourself to better the world also. Because when we better ourselves, when we focus on ourselves and healing our traumas and getting our lifestyles together and just getting our life together, it affects the people in our lives, which affects the people in their lives, and through the ripples of our actions, we improve the world. We make it a better
Yes,
place.
I agree. I That's all I want to do. I want to see people be the best person that they can be. I have historically not been that person, but it's what I long to be in my soul, and that's what I'm striving towards.
And I'm a recovering perfectionist. So I've already been doing a lot of things and stressing myself out, trying to be, zero waste and vegan and saving energy and saving water and um, God, what else do I do? If you name it, minimalism. If there's a lifestyle out there that betters the world in any way, I promise you, at one point I was trying to accomplish it. And it gets really stressful really fast trying to do all the things and be perfect and everything. And April has really helped balance me out and calm me down for real, because she's so like laid back and whatever, and it's fine, and it's really taught me how to not stress so much and how to pick and choose your battles, and it's okay to not be perfect and not be able to do all of the things. Other people out there, they need to pick up their slack as well. You can't expect to pick up everybody's slack. I think that's what I've been trying to do for a lot of
Yes.
years now.
I She mentioned a few things that I am currently working on. Veganism, minimalism, food prep, recycling. I've started all of these things 75 times. I was vegan for the whole year 2017, and I stopped because we lost our refrigerator.
You lost your refrigerator.
We didn't lose it, like it didn't run away.
It broke?
It broke. It stopped working,
And
and
how long did you not have a refrigerator?
for 6 months.
What? What did you do?
We ate fast food, and I got very fat.
3 meals a day every day?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. And so then I went vegan again. And until I got sick. So I tried to I've been sick for the past few months, nothing serious, but I'm trying to change it up a little bit the way I eat and go back to veganism because that is who I truly want to be. I don't want to eat animal products. My body doesn't like them anyways. Um, let's see. And Savannah and I have been food prepping together. Vegan, soy free,
Because I have a soy allergy. We're
gluten.
both broken. Yeah. We started a group. We started a local mother's anxiety meetup group, like a support group in our local community. And we were talking about how we could just as easily call it moms with debilitating problems.
Yes.
Because not only do we all have anxiety, but like we have food allergies and chronic diseases and problems and stuff. Like I'm hypoglycemic, which means low blood sugar. So I have to watch that. And then I also have a soy allergy. And those two things are not, they don't go together very well because I have to eat or I'll pass out. But I can only eat like 10% of what is actually out there.
Yes. If it comes in a box or a can, it's got soy in it.
Yeah. Dude, even like non-food products, and they don't label this stuff in America. Like over in the, I complain about it on Twitter all the time, how they don't label the soy products and how I do not know how there are people walking around who are anaphylactic to soy and still alive.
There was soy in your
my contact solution and my mouthwash. It's hard to find a mouthwash that doesn't have soy in it because if it's a non-food item, it doesn't label it, and a lot of food items don't even label it. It says vegetable oil, and then in parentheses it'll say canola, corn, or soybean oil.
Yes.
Or, what do you mean, or?
One of these things, yeah.
Which one did you use? You don't know? Drives me crazy. When these companies better watch out. You better fix your soy issues because once I become rich and famous, I'm coming after every one of you. Every one of you.
I agree. Soy is ruining everything.
I mean, I'm not angry at soy. I'm angry at people not labeling soy.
Like that damn plant.
I try so hard to avoid this allergen. It causes eczema and anxiety, and yet I'm still always broken out even though I try my damnedest.
Yeah.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
I'm also allergic to soy. I'm allergic to chocolate.
And?
How many times have you seen me eat chocolate? A bunch.
What else are you allergic to?
Oh, milk,
and?
Grass,
and
cats, dogs,
and
it's true. I am also allergic to tomatoes, which are my favorite thing in the whole world.
And?
I don't know, probably a lot.
Gluten. You didn't mention gluten.
Oh, yes. I have a severe gluten intolerance. I am not allergic to it. I eat a piece of bread, I look 6 months pregnant.
That's so uncomfortable.
And I stopped eating gluten for a few months, and I was like, you know what? I think I can start eating gluten again. Like, I don't think I have any issues. Like, I haven't noticed anything. Oh, a sandwich later, I was in so much pain.
I do that same shit. I'm like, I'll be doing really good for a really long time, and I'll convince myself somehow that one would be fine because I've done so good, so you have to reward yourself. And yeah, I always regret that.
We do have a local bakery that I found out that's gluten and soy free.
No, hold on. Quote unquote local. Okay, we live in the boondocks of Alabama. There is not a gluten-free bakery where we live.
No, and don't even try to look for something that's vegan anywhere in the whole town.
No. So what she means by local is the city over, which is a solid 45-minute plus drive, has a gluten-free bakery, which is really cool, but it is in no way anything convenient to us. Located, and I've actually been there before, but I didn't eat anything. There was because I do doula work too, I had a meeting with like a mom's doula meeting, crunchy moms, something other like
granola
that.
moms.
Yeah, something like that. And they met there, and it was a pretty cool place. But I didn't need anything. My anxiety was still really up back
Yeah.
then, so I was like bare minimum walking in, like don't move, don't talk too much, just fall in line and blend in. So I didn't order anything.
And you are so different now.
I know.
You can take over the whole room, and I'm so proud of you for that.
And see, like I actually did during the meeting.
Yeah.
And so it's crazy. I'm a weird person. I don't know. I didn't talk for the first 23 years of my life at least, and I'm getting over a lot of social anxiety, and uh my soy allergy also gives me anxiety, and then I have anxiety around my health. If there's a form of anxiety out there, trauma-based anxiety, postpartum anxiety, I've had it all.
Yeah.
And tried everything under the sun to make it better. So it's hilarious that I can go into a room and get up in front of everybody and talk. But it's not it that's my whole platform now, is that it's not that I am quote unquote able to do it, but more that despite sweating, shaking, the voice catching, saying 1,000 times, and like kind of hyperventilating a little bit, but on low key because I can't show emotions in front of people because oh my god, what if they know I have emotions? Despite all of this, I force myself to get up there and do what I have to do because I want better for myself later in life, if that makes sense.
That's great.
Like, I know that to get the type of lifestyle that I want to live eventually, I have to put myself out there despite my discomfort, despite my anxiety. So, yeah, no, I went to this meeting and I was so nervous. It was it was the second doula meeting I'd ever been to. Everybody there was way more experienced than me. When we were going around the room introducing ourselves and I said who I was like, I didn't even say I'm a birth doula. What? No, I did. Maybe I did. I was like, my name's Savannah, I'm a birth doula. And one of the ladies was like, oh, you're the new doula. And I was like, yeah, I'm the new doula. I was so scared because like everybody knew more than I did. And ended up we played Hangman. It was like,
that's fun.
Yeah, it was like Crunchy Mom Hangman or something. And they nominated me somehow to get up there and like pick a word, and I had to get people to guess what it was and stuff. And cloth diapers was the only thing that could come to my mind, and so that was my word. And so it wasn't like I gave a speech or anything, even though I have had friends that I went to meetings with and like hosted meetings with, who during their speech put me on the spot unexpectedly, and it was like step up or drown and never show your face again. So when I always have to step up. Like, I'm not going to embarrass myself if I can help it. So
I like that.
It doesn't matter how afraid I am. Like, I will swallow my fear. Soldier on. That's my thing.
I am the complete opposite. I demand to be the center of attention.
Let me just explain to you how true this is. Half her hair is bright as pink, and the other half is purple. Like, these just purple. Okay, not is that purple in the sun? No, it's purple. There is no doubt in your mind that is purple.
I demand to be the center of attention.
Not quite yet. We're going to release a bunch at first, just so that if you do like us, you can binge us a little bit while you're waiting on new content to come out, to get you started. And then we're gonna be covering various topics per episode. No, sorry. Various topics throughout the season. One topic per episode ish. We're not gonna limit ourselves. We're not gonna hold ourselves back. We're just gonna, wherever conversation takes us is where we're gonna go. But we will start with like a topic on hand to begin with, so that we kind of know like a direction to begin with. And if that leads into something else, then so be it.
We left out a huge part.
Did we?
I feel like we are going to be talking about spiritualism a lot.
Oh my god, that is a huge part, isn't it? Okay. Okay. Yeah, for sure.
um, Savannah and I are both witches, which sounds ridiculous, I suppose.
People, it has a bad light, okay? And so okay, witchiness has become very mainstream as of late, and I naturally accidentally found myself in it because like I'm into that kind of stuff. And I didn't identify as a witch at all, at all. I was like, oh, they're witches, how cute, you know? Because I'm a very live and let live, accept people for who they are type of person. So I was like, aw, that's adorable. But that's not who I am, you know? And then the more I learned about it, the more I was like, one day I was just like, holy shit, I think I am a witch. What? Like, because you start looking into it, and what witches are people who study spiritualism, and not spiritualism like woo woo type things, but like actual witchcraft with actual spirituality are the exact same thing. And it's essentially
Science-based.
it's science based 100%. It's science based. It's herbalism, it's energy, it's crystal works and chakras and yoga and healing
And the
and
law of
meditation,
attraction.
law of attraction. It's all of these things that have it we're coming into our truth as a society and how the universe actually works. We can, oh my god, I could talk about this for 3 hours. um, so god, where do I start? Okay, so if you really start studying spiritualism, it's 100% science based. We've always known that this stuff existed per ancient texts and whatnot. You know, shamanism, it's all the same thing. That's why all the religions in the world are so similar. They're different versions of the same thing, and it's just the underlying interpretation that we're beginning to really understand. A lot of this like sacred geometry and uh, energy work, like um, what's it called, where they stick the needles in
Acupuncture.
acupuncture. That is an ancient art. It's one of like the first forms of medicine, and what it runs off of, the whole basis of it is energy work and the meridians.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Which I had no idea what they were until very recently.
it's just this information has been suppressed for so long because the governments and the ruling powers, this type of stuff is empowering, you know.
Yes, they didn't want us to know. They don't want us to ask questions. They feed us what to think, basically.
Yeah, 100%. um it's people are easy to manipulate because people are simple. Like, we're complicated, but we all want the same things. You know, we want stability, we want happiness, safety. It's Maslow's pyramid. Do you know anything about Maslow's
I
pyramid?
don't. I would
Okay.
love to find out.
Maslow's pyramid is, you know, it's a pyramid, obviously, and it states the different levels of, I don't want to say success because that's not it, but I'm just working out of my head here. Um, Essentially, you start, the bottom of the pyramid is your basic needs, and you can't move up on the pyramid
Until those are met.
until those are met. You have to get that stable foundation going first before you can build on top of it, just like, you know, a house or whatever.
Is that why people are struggling so hard in life? Because they haven't met?
Yeah, yeah. So the bottom of the pyramid is the essential needs for survival: food, shelter, water. You know, your basic needs. Um, I would have to look it up to like really know the each level because I don't know it that well. I just know the concept. I refer back to the concept a lot in my coaching and what I do. But I know the highest level is like your high self. essentially. So it's where you feel peaceful, happy, content with life. You're able to explore yourself, your creativity, your purpose on this life and stuff. But you can't get to that state of being until your needs are met below that first. And what was I talking like? Why did we bring up Maslow's pyramid?
I'm not sure.
Rewind. I wish I could rewind and look.
Well, I was talking about how the government doesn't want us to know things, and it's empowering. And you were talking about people wanting to be the higher self.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the government, or I don't want to say the government because we're not.
Don't blacklist us.
We're not conspiracy theorists, even though like a lot of people would probably think that we are, and I have dabbled in that kind of stuff. But naturally, people who can think for themselves do naturally turn towards conspiracy theories and whatnot. But I don't waste time worrying about things like that, because I can't really help it anyway. All I can do is worry about myself. All I can do is make myself better and try my best to influence the people around me through leading through by example. But anyway, that's a tangent. So the ruling powers learned very quickly that people who are fearful and dumb and disempowered are easy to control and manipulate and rule and whatever, right? So that's essentially been the driving force throughout history because, okay, everything, we're going to go on another topic.
She said dumb. She meant uneducated.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, correct me, please, every time.
She's not calling anyone dumb.
Nope. Absolutely not. I really feel like everybody is a genius. Einstein said that. Einstein said everybody's a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, yeah, it'll spend its life thinking it's an idiot. I think I paraphrased. I don't know. I don't think he would use the word idiot. But anyway, moving on. So everything is energy. That is the most basic, simplest physics fact that you can get out there. Okay? Everything is energy. Everything is vibrating energy. You are, I am, this couch that we're sitting on, the microphone we're using, the electronic device that you're listening to this on is all energy. The only difference between me and my chair is the rate at which we vibrate. Okay, everything's matter, everything is atoms, they're all the same, like the elements of the periodic table, you can break it down as far as you want. It's all the same. We're all vibrating energy. Energy is always moving. It's always being transferred from one thing to another, and that is the absolute bottom line basic aspect of spirituality / witchcraft. Where was I going with this? I'm sorry. Okay, something to know about me. My memory is crap.
Goldfish. We're goldfish. Lizard brain goldfish.
I promise I'm not on drugs. I don't... I just can't remember anything. I'm so strung out on knowledge and education. I'm taking like 3 different...
You shoved it all out.
Dude, if it's not important, I can't.
And I'm full of unimportant facts. I can talk about what every part of your shoe is called. I can tell you every actor on every TV show ever. I am ready.
And for me, if it's not important, it like completely goes in one ear and out the other.
I've been training for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire my whole life. That's basically where I'm at.
Yeah. Plus we're moms.
Yeah.
So you know how that goes. We both have 2 kids each. So yeah, we can't think straight. We're strung out all the time. we were hanging out the other day, and I don't know, like we were not high. Okay, we had not drank or smoked or taken anything at all. I promise you, we don't do drugs. But man, we were high. I don't know what was going on.
We blamed it on the retrograde. I don't know which one. There was a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Yeah, Mercury retrograde. We couldn't think straight for nothing. Okay, so backing up a little bit.
Uneducated people.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So, So, this energy is always being transferred all the time from things to us to things, from one person to the next person. And having this energy, when you can collect all of this energy around you, it makes you feel good, and it makes you feel powerful, confident, happy, peaceful, content, all of the good vibration type of feelings, right? And throughout history, since we were kind of operating on your lizard brain, essentially, if y'all know what that means, our basic instincts, the only we didn't realize that the energy was what was making us feel this way, but we did realize that uh, if you hear our children in the background, just ignore it, and I apologize. Leave us a comment telling us that you can hear them and that it's obnoxious, and we will probably not do anything about it because I don't know what we can do about it.
Don't show them outside.
But we will acknowledge your concern and we will apologize for it. On another podcast. Sorry. Anyway, moving on. So we did realize as a species that there were certain things that made us feel better and made us feel content and happy and all that things. And usually it comes from dominating or controlling other people. So we've been getting our energy from other people, and we've been in this internal energy struggle essentially for most of recent history. And I stress recent because we're not even gonna get into that. But we'll say it for you gotta keep coming back. Okay. We've been struggling over this energy and the control of it for so long. The only way we knew to get it was to control other people, and that's essentially what has led to most conflict in the world. But now we're starting to learn all of this extra stuff, the physics stuff, the spirit science stuff, about how we can gain energy from other sources. Like nature, spending time in nature is a source of energy. Spending time sunbathing is a source of energy. Exercise and food, taking care of yourself properly is a source of energy. Working on yourself and healing your traumas is a source of regaining your energy. So through all of these things, people are evolving and we are getting better. I know it seems scary listening to the media. It sounds like the world is in shambles and it's terrifying, but I assure you, the world is better than it used to be. We just have way more access to the news and media than we ever did.
24-hour feed.
It's 24-hour constant feed now. Whereas before that, you had to wait for the newspaper to come in. You had to wait for the news to come on the television. Before that even, which wasn't that long ago, you had to wait for... you only knew what was going on in your community because you only talked to people in your community. You didn't know what was going on in China unless it was like super, 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 super serious.
And then it took 6 months to find out.
Yeah, I feel like I'm hogging the mic. I need you to take over for a second.
All right. I agree with everything that she said. I believe that...
What she said.
Yeah, I believe that witchcraft can 1000% be backed by science. It has been backed by science. We can talk about the photon experiment. We can talk about the rice experiment. We can talk about 7,000 other experiments that people have used, scientists have used at universities and other. And
we will.
We'll tell you everything. So many things that can be proven. And let's see, y'all want to go from there and talk about me? I got into witchcraft not very long ago, about a year ago, because I had these things that were happening to me and I needed an answer for them. I have been astral projecting since I was a child. And I think that we will do a podcast about that. I will tell you
absolutely. I'm gonna start
every experience I have with astral projection. And I could not control it, and a bunch of scary stuff was happening to me, and I found out that it was because I was not vibrating at a high enough level. I was taking in information that was not beneficial to me, reality TV, garbage magazines, which I didn't really do that a lot, but sometimes I would flick on the TV and watch somebody getting a tattoo. Not the best thing to be doing with my time. See, and so that's why I'm on this journey to raise my vibration and become the best person. I feel better when I eat better. I feel better when I exercise. I feel better when I am helpful to other people. Um, and I also feel better when I get out of my house and get off the internet and am around people, am around nature. We take this for granted a lot, and we don't realize we feel connected to people and we feel connected to the places around us, and we're not. And that's perpetrating our anxieties more.
And
And
our loneliness.
yes,
And our depression.
it's we have evolved as a species extremely quickly and scientifically, not
And it's only speeding up too.
and our bodies have not caught up to it. Our bodies have not caught up to the science, the technology, and it's creating a rift. It's creating
sickness. That's why everybody
sickness,
is sick.
Depression, and
dis-ease.
Yes. And do you know how we fix it? Go outside. I cannot think of the word, but the green stuff in the trees.
The leaves?
No. It's a chemical. The chemical that makes you smell.
I don't think I know the word for that.
I'm gonna insert it.
Photosynthesis is a process.
That's a process. The thing that there's also been studies about this, but just being around the color green, is helpful.
Absolutely.
Being around trees when you can smell them is helpful. People that live on an identical street, 1 block away from each other, somebody has like 4 more trees. Those people live longer and are happier. Just a few more trees. That's all it takes. And as far as community goes, we don't have one.
No, we
might
don't. Nobody
think
does.
that we have all of these friends, and it's just people online. And I get it; it's very hard to make friends, and you're not gonna vibe with everybody.
Mm-mm.
You're gonna have to.
Something I've come to realize also is that it doesn't matter if you really vibe with them or not. Honestly, what matters is, do you recognize that they're a good person, and that are you comfortable being around them? And see, we're too picky. But we're too picky. We have these high expectations and standards for people, and that's why we pick and choose our friends so like meticulously, and that's why none of us have friends.
Yes.
If we were just like, I always think about how, like, when I was in high school, I attracted all of the annoying people. Okay, they were, I don't even know how to explain it, but just like, how some people just, they open their mouth and you're like instantly annoyed. These people always found themselves to be my best. They thought that I was their best friend. And when I was in high school, I was definitely not the person I am now. And I was a very angry person. I had a lot of stuff that I needed to work through back then. And one of my biggest regrets as an adult, as a evolved person who has like recognized their flaws and their issues and worked through their shit, one of my biggest regrets that I think about on a regular basis is how those people were the best of friends you could ever ask for. They were nice, they were considerate, they were giving, they were compassionate, and I pushed them away for why? Because they talked too much? Like, what? we're too picky. We're quick to judge people, and we push them away if we don't think they're cool enough or whatever, and smart enough or good enough, or we find flaws in people and then we push them away. But you know what? Newsflash: nobody's perfect.
I agree, and you don't even have to believe the same thing. That definitely helps.
Mm-hmm.
But to open a dialogue with somebody and to have an adult conversation about other people's beliefs and to not completely disregard them goes a long way in a friendship.
Yeah.
I have a friend that's very conservative, and I am as far away from that as I can be. And she grew up in a very religious home, and I did not.
Around here. We're in Alabama.
Yes. We are in northern Alabama, and
we're in the Bible Belt.
Yes.
So what we're talking about could have had us burned at the stake just a couple hundred years ago.
Yeah. I agree, and some people might still try it.
Not even kidding, dude. Not even kidding. It's not dangerous. It's seemingly dangerous. I feel like we're really, really pushing some boundaries.
I'm so relaxed.
Stuff.
Come at me, bro. Well, I mean, and things could turn in a moment. Who knows? But so we are very different people. We have been friends for 12 years and longer than that.
Because I don't know how to.
I am not.
We can talk about us. It's our first episode. We're getting like really in depth with things.
We can cut a lot of stuff out too.
Yeah, for sure. No, I don't want to. Like the pauses and stuff. That's one thing. But like, we have about we're definitely gonna cut this off at an hour.
Okay.
It's not gonna go longer than an hour because that's obnoxious. People have lives. But no, this is our first episode. It's about introducing who we are and what we're about and stuff. So yeah, we can talk about.
I might cut that sentence out then. The friendship thing. We'll go back to that. Okay.
How do we know each other?
That's a great question. Savannah and I went to high school together
and elementary
and never spoke.
We've known each other for literally our entire lives and only started actually talking to one another. Like I don't think we said 2 words to one another. Even though we've always been in close quarters. Like April was only a year older than me, so we were right there with each other in a lot of instances. We were in Girl Scouts together, which we live in a small town, so it consisted of what, like 8 girls?
Yeah.
And we never talked. I don't think we ever said 2 words to each other our entire lives.
Yes, we were very, very opposite. Savannah was extremely quiet, and I was extremely loud. I've always been extremely loud. This is as quiet as my voice gets. It's the truth. And but Savannah, she started her spiritual journey way sooner than I even conceived of it. And even before I even thought about spiritualism, I was trying to get healthy, and I reached out on Facebook for somebody looking for a SCOBY. And if you don't know what a SCOBY is, it's what's it called?
It's a fungus.
A fungus.
It's a mushroom, essentially.
What does it mean? SCOBY.
Okay. I don't know what it means.
It's not scuba.
A SCOBY is a thing that you put if you're. What do you use to make kombucha with? A kombucha is a probiotic. It's fermented tea. It's really good for you. A SCOBY is what makes the tea kombucha. So it's considered like a living thing.
It is, and symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast.
There you go. That sounds disgusting, but it's super good for you.
It looks disgusting. It looks real bad. Have you ever seen a plug? What's it called?
A plug?
A mucus plug. That's what it looks like.
Yep. I'm in doula work, so yep. If you don't know what a mucus plug is,
don't Google it.
No, just Google it.
Do it, yeah.
It's fine. We could go on a whole tangent on that, but we're not going to. That's not what this episode's about.
And then I made some kombucha and realized that was hard as fuck, which it's not, but...
No, you're getting off subject. Kombucha's another thing, too, we can talk about in another episode.
I like that.
Right now we're talking about
Us.
How
I know.
Okay.
Okay, well, so we did have that interaction. We found out that we had a lot in common.
She came to my house and we talked nonstop for like a solid, 45 minutes? 45 minutes. Like, we really hit it off and then didn't talk to each other for 2 years.
Yep, that's exactly what we fucking
She was
did.
even, because April is just, she doesn't have a filter. It just, if it comes to her mind, it comes out her mouth. And while we were having this conversation, she even told me, she was like, I thought this was going to be super awkward and I was concerned about it, but this is actually okay. And I was like, yeah, same. And then we just didn't talk for 2 years because, you know, that's how people are.
Yeah. Oh, and then cute cut to me on Facebook, almost a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, can I be a Christian and a witch at the same time?
Out of nowhere. Just random question.
And I actually got a lot of messages.
Yeah, lots of feedback. People are into this stuff, especially where we live. People don't, it feels taboo to admit that you're into this kind of stuff.
And,
but, you know, you feel it in your heart that it's true.
Yeah.
You do.
Well, Savannah messaged me, and we have not stopped talking since.
No, since. So we finally decided to just record our conversations because, like, they're entertaining. And they're beneficial. We talk about a lot of in-depth things. So people need to know this information. People need to know the things that are out there. And because if me and her are just going to sit around and research and learn things all the time anyway,
yes,
we might as well share our info.
We are research junkies.
Dude, that's the word. That's the word.
Savannah doesn't open a book unless it's about learning.
Dude, I know, and I hate it. It's kind of stressful. Like, I haven't read a book that was just for fun in years. Okay, it's everything I've read, and I read all the time. I'm reading 3 books minimum at any given time. Okay, yeah. There's books everywhere.
Same, and none of mine are learning books.
No, all of mine are
novels.
Textbooks. All of mine are textbooks or personal development books. I have a problem.
But she's getting up there. She's ready. She's gonna start levitating soon. She's working towards it.
Man. For those of you who think that that's crazy, apparently it's a thing that you can do if you do it right.
Oh,
yeah.
I watched a movie about it once.
Did you?
Yeah, but you had to die.
That tracks.
Be beaten down. Lose everything about yourself. To build yourself back up.
Yeah, no, from what I understand, a lot of stuff like that is about detachment from the physical world, and that's really hard to do, especially when you have, like, kids and family and friends that you love. That attachment to other people is the biggest thing that holds us back, in that sense. You know, and if we get into, I believe in, my whole platform is based on magic and whatnot. And I've always been interested in magic and in every form, you know. I believe that there's magic in everything. And when I say magic, what I mean is people are too concerned about wishing that there were unicorns and giants and gnomes and elves and fairies in the world to realize the magic that we actually have in our world. Like, you know, a dog may seem like something commonplace to you that's not magical, but really sit there and think about what a dog is and how magical that actually is. Think about your own existence and how fucking magical that actually is. We shouldn't exist. What? It's insane. It's insane that we're even here at all. That's magic. That's magic. Mm-hmm. Because magic is only science that hasn't been explained yet.
Yes, exactly.
If you took a cell phone back in time 300 or 400 years, it would look like magic, and it's commonplace to us now. So, you know, that's where we're at with everything.
Yeah, it will all be proven.
It will. Just give it time. And we're here to help that by spreading the knowledge.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. I am also, sidebar, extremely interested in religious studies, and I'm not talking about something that you can take a course on in college, but actual diving down to when it was created and reading. I have started reading the Bible, and I'm about to read the Quran, and I am it's just so similar. I don't understand bigotry at all.
My whole thing has always been, because I've always been interested in other cultures, and I've always gravitated toward the people in life, like
Same.
around me, who have different cultures. Like, ooh, you're from Mexico? Tell me about things, or ooh, you're from India? Let me know. Like, I want to know all the things because it's different. And what I've realized and what I've thought for a very long time now is, and I grew up in Church of Christ. Okay, I had to go. I had to go put on a dress and go to church every Sunday and most Wednesdays. Okay, so that's my background. I grew up in Church of Christ, which, if you don't know what that is, it's one step above Pentecostal in its strictness. So I have that background, but as I started learning about these other cultures and gained friends who had different religions and they told me about them and stuff, I started like seeing the similarities between Christianity and all these other religions. And what it all boils down to, and the thing that's always came back to for me, is who cares who the messenger was?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the message? Because all the messages are the exact same thing. Not most, pretty much all religions, and I say pretty much because I don't know about all religions in the world, but all the ones I've seen, all of them have the makings to make really great people, but people get egotistical about it,
Yes.
essentially.
And then they get huffy when you
Try to have a conversation with them about it.
yeah. My husband's bosses are Muslims, and they're the best people that I've met.
Yeah.
They're fantastic people, and I like being around them. I like hearing the things that they talk about.
I worked for some Indians for a long time, and like they became like family to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really young when all that was going on. I worked for them when I was 16 to 18, so I wasn't like I was a teenager, so I wasn't like super into like. So I don't really know specifically what religion they were, but I know like aspects of it. And they used to take me to religious gatherings with them. They would dress me up in like Indian attire. It was wonderful. Okay,
that sounds like a lot of fun.
It was so much fun, and we would go to their religious community functions and in Huntsville, and there would be a couple of hundred Indian people there from the community, and everybody's like in a circle dancing the same type of dances, like in a circle, and having fun. Okay, having fun. And they would go,
I really like that,
all night long. It was wonderful. It was so much fun. I loved it.
There's actually a Meet Your Muslim Neighbor being put on here soon at the March 21st.
That's too close to when we're leaving.
Well, it's only 3 hours long.
I get overwhelmed really easily. Just put it on the list. We'll discuss it later.
Okay.
That's the thing. We'll talk about mental health a lot.
Yes, that is something that we both struggle with, and we want to share the things that we know with people, and we just really want to prove that we're just like you.
We are. We're regular people. The only difference between us and other people is that we read a lot. That's it. We read a lot. We have very open minds.
Yes, we are pro LGBT.
We're pro live and let live. Okay,
Yeah.
As long as you're not like hurting me in any way, like physically, like as long as you don't walk up and punch me, we're good.
Yeah, we're pro a lot of things.
Even if you're an asshole, I respect your.
Yeah, be an asshole.
Yeah, over there.
So we are, whoever you are and whatever walk of life you're from, we accept you here, and we're just really glad that you came to listen to us ramble for 45 minutes.
More or less, yeah. I hope you get some. I hope you get something from our episodes, and we're gonna try our best to bring absolute value to you, because this is who we are. That's just, we want to share our knowledge. We want to share what we know. We want to share all of these things. We want to bring the community together. We want to bring people together because we're entirely too divided as a people, as a culture, as a society, as a whatever. And that's a problem. That's a problem. We're social creatures and we're meant to live in unity together. And we just want to do our part best we can to make that happen. We want to see a better future.
So we're bettering ourselves
to better the world. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up because we are coming up on our hour time limit, and yeah. So we don't have a name yet, so we don't have specific social medias for the podcast as of this moment. But you can look me up on my coaching stuff, my business stuff. It's at Earth, like the planet we live on, and the word spelled out _, water, like you drink. Okay, Earth and _ water. And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter and Pinterest like that. And then I'm also on Facebook at Earth and Water Confidence Coaching, I think is what it is. But if you can just earthandwater.co, all my social medias are right there. Yeah. So .co, not .com. I know it's weird. Some people get really switched up with that. But earthandwater.co, you'll find all of my social medias on there. And that's how you can kind of keep track with us until we really get all this stuff figured out. Because, you know, we're all free falling through life. You, me, her, April, all of us. All of us are free falling through life. And don't you let anybody try fool you into believing that they're not.
Exactly. And I do not have a social media presence yet. I mean, I have a Facebook, but it's my private one, and I don't think I'm ready to share that with the world yet. There's some pretty weird stuff on there, but we'll get there because I'm about to tell you some pretty weird stuff over the next few weeks.
So. We'll get it all figured out probably by the time all this launches. So, you know, just keep listening and hanging out with us if you like it. If you like the episode, if you gained anything from it, share it with your friends, send it to the people who you think would resonate with it. We'd really, really, really appreciate that. Sharing is caring. How we get the word out for all of these things is by you listening and enjoying and sharing the episode with other people. So we would desperately appreciate that.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for listening, and I hope to not see you on the next episode.
We hope you hear our voices soon.